Hey everyone, and welcome to the Anna's Craft Cupboard channel and also to my own channel. If you're not sure who I am Melinda Sweetman, and I am super excited to be joining the Anna's Craft Cupboard design team. I am a long-time fan of the store and the incredible talent that is on the design team, and am still kind of pinching myself that I have been invited to join such a talented bunch of ladies. So thank you, Bryony and Richard, for having me. I'm really excited to be here. So I have been sent I love this collection. It is the Colour Play You're a Gem collection. And as soon as I saw it, I had a couple of ideas, and one of them was to scrap photos of my big boy with his giant pony that he got for his birthday. He was so excited when my mum bought this for him. It's one of those Build-A-Bear soft toys. He loves it. Anyway, so enough about the photo. I am working on the Gemstone Swirl pattern paper. This is the B-side with all the little crafty, goldy coloured wood grain kind of coloured arrows. I love it. And I've just applied a little bit of gesso right below where I know my photo is going to go, trimming off the border strip and getting to work to do some stamping. Now, there is a couple of places in this video where my video doesn't want to cooperate for me. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened. Please bear with me. I think my computer sensed the wow, I'm on a new design team vibe happening and went, ha, we're going to play some tricks on you. You'll also notice that at one point in this video we had to convert some files, so there's a bit of a watermark that comes and goes in one section of the video. So I apologize for that, but it was the only way we could get it to work. So I'm just stamping a sentiment there. It says, I'm just going to be me, and I've just stamped that and stamped it off both to the bottom right and top left of where my photo is going to be. And then I've got another stamp, actually from the same stamp set, a little cluster of tiny little sketchy hearts, and I've stamped that around as well. This is the part where the video goes funny. What I'm using here is the Novu embellishment paste in powder blue. This is a bit jumpy and weird, but I figured I'd leave it in so that you could see what I was doing rather than just delete it. It doesn't go for very long. So I'm just using a stencil from my stash. It is a star stencil. I did show you that as well, but for whatever reason it's not working. And I'm just smushing that paste through the stencil. I'm going to do that on the bottom right and the top left. And you'll see the top left come together because I think the video is working okay from here on out. I think. I do apologize if it's not. So I'm just adding a few more stars there, and then I'm going to, so I've popped that aside to dry. I didn't want to use my heat tool on the embellishment mousse. I'm not sure how it dries yet, so I didn't want to risk it. I've just got some of that paste and popped it on my desk, sprayed it with water, got a paintbrush here, and I'm going to sprinkle that. It's such a pretty color. It's called powder blue, and it's so pretty. I love it. And I'm just sprinkling that on my background. I'm going to, no, I'm not going to clean up. Oh, I'm going to make this purple. Did you hear that? Purple. So I'm using the Dilutions new shimmer sprays in bubblegum, and mixed with that blue, it makes the perfect shade of purple to go with the pony in the photo. I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I'm so excited. So I decided to sprinkle that, and you'll see in just a minute, I think. Uh-oh. Bear with me a sec. I'm really sorry, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Maybe my video's playing up again. Okay, I'm not sure where I went then. However, I am just, I decided to just add some extra colour. So I'm just using my paintbrush and randomly painting that on. I'm so sorry. This video was a bit all over the place. Yeah, I did have a few problems creating this page. So I've just dried that off with a heat tool, and then I decided I'm going to add some of these splatters in pink. When I put them on, I kind of went, whoa, they're bright. Like, they're really bright. I dry them off and I use a paper towel. But in the end, they're not as in your face as I kind of thought they were. It does work out in the end just fine. But be warned, this bubblegum is super vibrant. It is beautiful. I'm just cleaning off some of the colour from the embellishment mousse, just with a damp baby wipe. And now what? What am I doing? I think, so I've sped this up. This is kind of where I ran into problems. I was like, what can I add? So you can see I'm playing with lots and lots of different ephemera pieces. I'm trying to add in some stamping. I move things around. I've kept all this in just because it's interesting to see that sometimes it doesn't work. I actually walked away from my desk and I kind of showed my husband what I'd come up with, and he went, well, maybe try this. And I can't remember exactly what he suggested, but that was exactly what it needed. So I was very excited. I am going to mat my photo. I've got another sheet of this gorgeous gemstone swirl pattern paper. I'm going to cut two sides and tear an edge and use that as a layer behind my photo. And then the gemstone sparkle, I think is what the other page is. The sparkle cut apart sheet is that other page there. So I'm going to use that wood grainy pattern as a layer as well. So I am just dressing the edges here. I'm just using my scissors and just checking for sizes. So I just wanted to double check which cards I didn't think I'd use from the cut apart sheet. The funniest thing is I think I ended up trying to use both of these on different projects. Good thing I got two sheets of the same paper, right? Just dressing all the edges here as well. And again, I'm just using my scissors. I'll be honest, I had come back from being a weekend away with some girlfriends and I hadn't unpacked yet. So I was using what I had to hand. I'm going to use that torn strip on the right hand side. I'm going to trim this down a tiny smidge. And then what? Okay, this is some more playing with different bits and pieces. Again, I've sped it up super fast because I don't think that I go with any of these. Oh, I do use that noteworthy. But yeah, you can see there are some absolutely gorgeous pieces in here. I love them. But I was like, oh wow, there's a lot of back and forth. And by this stage, I was like, I've had enough. I'm walking away. So, come up with a plan. I'm adding some tissue paper. This is still 8 times because you don't need to watch me stick this super slow. It's not exciting stuff. And here is the watermark. So this is the video. I couldn't get it to open. My husband, again, came to the rescue and went, let's try converting it. Okay. And it worked. It worked enough that you have the footage. So I am just trimming this up and mounting my photo. Back to 4 times speed instead of super fast. Okay, so I decided this is what my husband suggested. I needed a third place for that stamping to balance itself out. So I've got this stamp here. It is the Carabelle Studio Basics something or other. Might just be called Basics number 2. I'm using my stamp platform here because I wanted to make sure I got it straight and I got it in the right place. So, and I just used a scrap piece of paper to check that. And you can see I'm just stamping that right there. Really happy with that. It's going to give me somewhere to journal. And what am I doing? I think that I'm going to come back in with some mixed media. No, first I am going to decide on my title. I did use one of the die cut ephemera pieces that says you do you. I fussy cut it out, then I didn't love it. So I found these 2 different sets of black puffy stickers. I thought that are absolutely perfect. You do you, because you do you so well. I just thought it was just perfect. Now I sewed this down. Watch this. Yes, I dropped that onto my page. Disaster. I almost burst into tears. I was like, oh my goodness. As if this page hasn't caused me enough grief already. Oh my goodness, how am I going to fix this? So some creative thinking. Again, this is super fast because I'm like, I've got to cover this up. I can't just leave it, I've got to cover it up. So again, I'm going through the die cuts. I'm trying to come up with ideas of what I can put there. I even enlisted the help of my husband again. I'm like, oh my gosh, this page. I don't know why it's so hard, but it is. So you will get to watch me just play with a few different bits and pieces. Cut this down. I distress the edges. Still not right. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I was like, maybe I'll use some of this. Hey, I think I finally just about got my answer. So I used that ripped piece of pattern paper. I also used that the brownie colour one behind it. And then I was like, okay, what am I going to put on top? Because I've still got stuff to cover here. And voila, love. So that's what I'm going to go with. I've got my bits and pieces. Now I'm going to take my title back off. And again, because you've already seen this, I've sped it up. But I wanted it to look cohesive and like it was all meant to be there. Not like, whoopsies, I made a big boo-boo. So I'm mixing up some more of this paste with the shimmer spray. And I'm going to splatter. I'm going to paint. I'm going to do some more stars. I found that the easiest way to mix up the paste is with the palette knife because you can smush it more easily than with a paintbrush. Some splatters. And then the blue splatters. Going to get that to dry. Some pink splatters. Then I'll dry that off. And some more stars. So yeah, this page was it was definitely a first sign team page, but I'm really happy with the end result. I really like how it turned out in the end. Okay, so time to get sticking now. Because that top hadn't caused me enough grief already, I stick all my bits down. Watch this. Actually, I don't even notice it straight away, but can you see that I didn't cover up all that black? Didn't cover up all that black. I was spewing. Anyway, you'll see in a minute. So I'm just adding that noteworthy banner. I'm going to stick down my photo cluster. Sorry for my big fat head. Now I am going to stick down my title with glue and add my journaling. I was so careful with this stamp now. Just adding a few more of that same stamp around. I'm going to add it to the top as well. Add some splatters. I'm using Colour Artist ink by Colour Blast in Soot. And a tiny little paintbrush because I didn't want big black splatters. I just wanted a few little ones. I'm just adding that all the way around the photo and up in that top left-hand cluster that looks like it's meant to be there. And at this point, I realized that I hadn't covered up all the black. I found one of these little tabs, distressing the edges, and I'm just going to stick that under there. I went to write the date on there, noticed I had smudged some black and went, you know what, I'm just going to do it when it's all dry. And that is my page finished. I hope that you enjoyed this. This one was definitely a labour of love. I did have a lot of fun putting it together. These products are absolutely gorgeous. Make sure you follow all the links, head over to the store, check out the blog post. I cannot wait to share the rest of the things that I have created with you guys. And once again, I am so excited to have been asked to join this amazing team of very talented people. Bryony and Richard, thank you for the opportunity. I love your store. I love you guys. And I will see you again with another process video very soon. Thank you ever so much for stopping by, and have a fantastic scrappy day. Bye.